Hi, this is Donald Sprague from DuckusCompass.com, and you're watching another episode of Riverside Live.
All right, guys. In 30, 20, fade to black in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade from black, cue microphone, cue talent.
Hi guys, and welcome back. You're watching Riverside Live. I'm your host, Savannah Byrne. Our producers this week have quite a show in store for you gearheads out there. We take a look around the Tulsa Raceway and talk to the general manager there. We also check out a guy's hot rods from out in Owasso and get a nice look at how he's worked on them.
Hey everybody, it's Peyton here. Today we got a nice look at some sexy hot rods at the Tulsa Raceway as they flew down the strip. We also got to talk to the general manager of the raceway, our friend Big Don.
I'm actually the general manager, so everything from make sure the schedule's done to make sure the toilets work. I've raced my whole life. Since I was probably 5 years old, we started out racing go-karts and motorcycles and then on to off-road cars and drag cars. So I've been racing 43 or 4 years. Yep, had the first race here in 1965. Last year we had our 50th anniversary. We brought all the legends of the drag racing, not just from Oklahoma, but from around the country that raced here. Had them out here for our 50th anniversary. It was great. You know, there's not really a usual day here because there's all different kinds of events. So, like our next event that's coming up is the PDRA Spring Nationals. There'll be 200 race teams here and 10 or 15,000 people. So, and then we run into the NHRA regional events where there'll be 300, 330 race teams here, and who knows how many people, all of them. The biggest thing is be smart. Take it off the streets, bring it to the racetrack. Not only will you get in trouble, but it's just super, super dangerous, not just for you, but for the people that are out there. So bring it to the racetrack, and then just find you a car, and it doesn't have to be a race car. You can come out here and race a mom's Chevette or the minivan or anything. So just come to the racetrack and have a good time. And it doesn't have to be about money, it just has to be about a lot of fun.
Man, those cars are pretty sweet. Hearing them go by, going so fast, I love it. Oh wait, sorry, I got caught up in the moment. But anyway, we hoped you guys liked it as much as us. But for now, here are this week's announcements. Don't go anywhere. Riverside Live will be right back.
Hello and welcome back to another This Day in History. Did you know that today is National Umbrella Day? Well, neither did I. So grab your umbrellas, everybody, and let's start singing in the rain. Come on, everybody, singing in the... No? Oh, well, I tried. Anyway, we have our very own Bo Kaiser from AMT here in the studio with us, so let's see what he has to say.
Now in the studio, we have Bo Kaiser from AMT. So what is it that you do in the class?
I'm learning how a plane flies and how we can keep it flying and so it doesn't fall out of the sky
And crash?
and crash and people get injured.
All right. So What does that mean exactly when you work on the plane? Do you actually help build it or you just fix it? What does that really mean?
We just maintain it so it's airworthy, so it won't crash and risk lives.
So what qualifies a plane to be airworthy?
All the parts have to be not bent, they have to be straight. Engine parts can't be cracked. Has to just be able to stay running. Everything has to spark. And
how would you say your work helps impact people when they're on the plane?
well, I like to think as a lifesaver, because if we didn't do our job right, then that plane had the possibility to go down, and then that plane would be gone and everyone on it.
Your work really seems important then. But unfortunately, that's all the time that we have today, Bo. So thank you so much for coming in again. But let's see what Peyton has in store for us today.
Well, guys, up next for you, we have an in-depth look at some hot rod Mustangs built by lifelong car enthusiasts Roger Mosby, his brother, and nephew.
Well, when I was a kid, I owned a 1969 Mustang Mach 1. Started tinkering with it, doing odds and ends, put a camshaft in it, high-rise intake, four-barrel carburetor, lower gear rear end, make it run faster. Then later on in life, I've always worked on cars. And growing up, never had enough money to do stuff, you know, paying somebody else to do it. So I basically learned how to do stuff on my own, reading books, watching my dad. My dad was always a mechanic, and just kind of grew from there. You want a little gump and horsepower, you gotta drive the coupe over there. But if you want to look a little classy going down the road with your wife, then you gotta drive the convertible. The convertible, I guess, I enjoy it just driving, you know, every day. And when I want to hit the pedal a little harder, I want to drive the other one. Well, the coupe, the restore started, I think it was in 2011, and it took us exactly 2 years and 2 months to disassemble the car, working pretty much every weekend with my brother and just doing odds and ends. It's one of those things, you just got to stay after it. What advice? Well, first of all, you got to have a little bit of mechanical aptitude and a lot of determination. Be willing to read and research a lot on the internet. What you want to do, somebody else has done before. So.
Man, if only I had cars like that, I'd be living the dream.
Okay, calm down, lady. We still got a show to do.
Yeah, right, I'm sorry. So up next week, we'll have a video highlighting an authentic Italian restaurant in Tulsa.
We'll also have an interview with one of our very own cafeteria workers next week. Now, to end today's show, enjoy this musical performance by A.J. Slaughter and Daniel Aminta from our very own sound production class.
It's been great.
It's been real.
Thanks for watching.